Welcome back, and after a week, I guess Deep Freeze is finally thawed out. Yeah, we're starting this video awful. Deep Freeze contains a multitude of changes, but more importantly, introduces our new operator, Tubero. So without any time, let's get right into him. Tubero is a defender that is armed with the DMR, the same one that Maverick uses, and he has the MPX SMG, but that's the small stuff. What we want to know is, what does he bring to the game? His ability is the Zoto Canisters. These canisters in concept are to interrupt enemy and friendly gadgets, see feed through floors, and to slow down operators, and he gets 4 of these things. Now, immediately, this seems pretty awesome, right? Well, in the 25 matches I played today, I did not really get a single use of the charge that I thought was effective, or really saw a good opportunity where it was viable. And there was a lot of moments where I was saying, why don't I just play this other operator? Let's go back through the abilities. See feet through floors. This is meant for vertical, but believe it or not, there's a guy named Pulse that's been in the game since it came out that has a cardiac sensor. And he does this job way better. We have the ability to slow down operators, which is done by Melusi, Lesion, and for Christ's sake, Barbed Wire. Now, the interruption is actually a really cool part of his kit and is very unique to him, and in concept, I really like. That being said, in concept, this gadget affects friendly devices, but the interactions are strange to me. So, if a thermite is cutting through wall and gets frozen, it will resume once the freeze effect is done. If the thermite's about 50%, it will resume at 50% and then explode. So, this got me thinking of a really neat strat that could work with this guy. How does C4 get affected? Which is, well, in his kit as well. I throw a canister down, then throw the C4 and attempt to activate it. Obviously, the C4 is not going to activate because it's frozen, except what the idea was is if I activate the signal, when the thing gets unfrozen, will immediately explode. And it doesn't. It's bad. Which is really interesting because if you think about it, I learned that C4 was triggered by chemical. So I'm curious if like the chemical isn't working anymore. I think this operator is neat in design, but the interactions are way too all over the place, and the gadget is not much of a threat. So here's a buff idea. When the gadget is active and hitting an operator, whether that be friendly or enemy, you can hear the operator like freezing, and you know, they're breathing very quickly. I think there should be a shiver effect to the operator. So when the operator's in that area, they'll start to shiver, which will mess with their aim. This seems a bit broken, and arguably it is, but there's so many times where I've been playing this dude where I will throw the device at the enemy and they'll just continue pushing forward towards me like nothing happened. I think there needs to be something there. After spending a couple nights at Fort Benning, where there was this one range with this stupid wind chill, your freezing will affect your aim. Now, well, I do think I need to improve this operator because, you know, this is only day 1. I personally wouldn't recommend getting this operator, as I feel like other operators might do his job better. Best way to put it is, would you rather have a surgeon that's really good at the one part, or would you have a surgeon that's overall? Now, well, the new operator I may not like or care for, the new map is a different story. I love this new map, Lair. Not just gameplay, but the story of it. But nobody cares about the story besides me. This map has a mixture of close and medium range combat through hallways and rooms. But more importantly, every attacker spawn has a quick access to every floor as an entry point. This is awesome. What really surprised me though is that this is a very roamer heavy map, as the objectives are fairly small, with each objective only having about one good spot to give cover to a person. But I imagine all of us dread the idea of having to learn a new map. Well, I have great news to you. This might be one of the best things I've seen put in any game, and especially in Siege. Map tutorials and practice. This allows you to select a couple maps, including the new map Lair, and allow you to play on them and learn common spots for enemies and to learn the flow of the map. This is amazing and my personal favorite part of this whole new season. Now, probably one of the more controversial changes is the frag grenades. Frag grenades can no longer be cooked, and to all the people who are angry at this change, until you hold an M67 frag grenade, which I've thrown 2 live ones, you will never hold on to something more tightly and chuck that shit far away. And a real frag grenade was made by the lowest bidder, which means fucked fuse times of 3.5 to 5 seconds in real life. So get that shit away from me. Oh my god, I dreaded that. Seriously though, throwing a fucking live frag is not. It's fun, but is the scariest shit ever, especially doing the, what was it, pull prep throw. Now, this season did bring a couple neat changes to a few operators and weapons, but the highlights here are the real show. And personally, I think these are the most important things. And if you guys want the smaller updates, y'all are at me, but these are the biggest things. And again, the map like practice, oh, I love it. So I'll ask you this, how do you guys feel with the new operator? Do you think that he's good? What do you want to do for a buff or a nerf for him? Hit me up with the comments. And to end it off with a different note, this is one of my favorite clips I got today, and I just love it. Gee, fucking hell! I understand that we want to get in there and shit, but... This is a great stack, by the way. Damn.
Clear the blast area!
Cover the diffuser.